Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. It's KOLLIN.com. I was just walking out the door and I just realized something that I think will go right along with this series. We're calling this series Women's Inner Secrets or Females' Inner Secrets, okay? All right, so if you've watched the last couple videos, I think there's 3 or 4 videos ahead of this one. In fact, I'm sure there's 4. Yeah. So this is number 5, Women's Inner Secrets or Females' Inner Secrets. Here's something I just realized. All right. There's a technique that I teach on how to be internal. Now, in a video before, maybe the 3rd or 4th video, I said, oh, here's some things you can do. That is really still surface level stuff to help you relax. The one I say breathe while she's talking and that stuff, you know, and talk on your breath. So what I realized was there's this cat and mouse game going on that really triggers her mating system. It is instinctual. She cannot help it. When you do certain behaviors, it triggers her, and boom, she's on you. Okay, so here's one of the things. This is a tip. I don't like to give tips because you don't know the reason why it's working, what's behind it, and how. So tips and tricks are kind of a very surface level thing, but this one is something you start working on now until you take my course and get the complete understanding of how things work. The reason why I say it like that is because when you have the complete understanding of how things work, it makes it really easy and it makes it fun, and there's no stress. A lot of guys get all uptight and nervous. The reason why you're nervous is because you don't understand why you're doing what you were taught by the pickup artist courses. They just blindly throw stuff at you, say, good luck, go out there and do this and do that. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense. In fact, a lot of the stuff is foreign to the male brain, and you're going to be like, this is like the worst thing in the world to do. But it's not. For the female brain, because she's wired differently, this triggers her, okay? She likes it. And when you start getting these experiences of women responding positively to you, all of a sudden you're like, oh, so your body begins to calm down. And that is one of the core pieces of my course. So I'm not going to go into how to do that because that's a whole series of stuff. But for this, I live in a building where there's an elevator, right? And I used to always try to, if someone was walking, I'd try to run and catch up so I could get in the elevator so I wouldn't have to wait for it to go up and then come back down. And here's one thing I noticed. If it was a girl that I liked that was getting in the elevator, someone I hadn't seen before, like, wow, I want to get to know this person. I'd go in the elevator. Well, that's kind of a tight, small space, and it kind of freaks them out. Like, who's this strange guy? Especially if I'm like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. She's thinking, oh, Jesus, right? Remember the whole desperation thing? So what I started to do, every time I'd see someone in the garage or coming up, I would ignore them. Totally, completely ignore them, and I would take the stairs. All right? What I noticed is by forcing myself to do that, not even looking at them, especially not doing the male lock-on thing, you do that, game's over. There's nothing else. It's over. You're done. But then again, that's what all guys do. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. This is part of, or kind of, the internal awareness. Okay, so you're looking at me, right? But what I want you to do is put your awareness on your chest, so on your body. So you know how you look at someone and you're looking at their eyes or their body? Stop that. Bring the awareness back here. So you can go look that way, but it's like your vision goes out and your awareness goes on you. Now, when you take that off of her and put it on you, all of a sudden, whoa, this guy's different. Because most guys are touching her with their like laser beam with the eyes doing that shit. And if you're the one guy all day long that hasn't done that, she's like, whoa. This is the same thing when my niece said, how come whenever I like a guy, he doesn't like me? It's because he's not noticing you. So another thing I noticed, I actually learned this I heard it, but I didn't really learn it until I figured it out in meeting women. It was in negotiations. Ignore is your power. Well, actually, the next piece is about negotiation. This part I figured out in relationships. Whenever you ignore a girl, you get the power. Okay? Especially if your energy is on you. That means you're totally ignoring her. But if you're looking at her and you're looking away doing this, looking at her, you're not ignoring her. She's very aware that you're onto her. Okay? So don't do that. I will teach you in the course how to master being internal. Okay? So for right now, at the very least, put your awareness on your chest and on your back. If you put on your back and then going back there, you'll totally take the awareness off of her. So imagine your awareness as you're looking at me. So look at me right now. We'll do it right now. Look at me right here. Notice my hand. Don't look at my hand. Look here. Now what I want you to just be aware of my hand. And as you look at my face, always be here looking at my face. Put that awareness that was on my hand inside your chest. If you do that, it'll make women fall into you. And women will like, oh, something's different about this guy. They won't know what it is, but it's the thing that triggers a mating system. In the course, I will teach you how to master that, okay? There's a lot more to it, but that gives you an idea. So at the very least, do that. So if you see a girl that you like, put your awareness inside and totally blow her off, ignore her. And then if you ever do finally talk to her a day later, a week later, whatever, totally put your awareness inside. Totally do that the whole entire time. You do that, she's going to be like, whoa, this guy isn't pressuring me doing the whole laser beam push energy thing. Because that makes her feel pressured, and women don't like that. Remember, she's got to open up. If you pressure her, it closes her down, okay? So what I used to do is just totally ignore women and go up the stairs all the time. It's just like, and I do this everywhere I go now, okay? And I notice, you know that when I really noticed it was when I was writing, I think it was my book, Crack the Female Code, which you can buy at crackthefemalecode.com. So when I was writing that book, I was so focused, like I was obsessed. I had to get this book done. It took me like a year to write it, something like that, maybe 9 months. I was just like, I just jammed on it, and I blocked out the world. And I noticed women would always try to interrupt me and, well, what are you doing? You look so focused. Oh, in other words, you didn't look at me. You didn't notice me. I sat next to you 5 times in a row at the coffee shop. I flipped my hair 10 times. So she would finally come up and talk to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of focused. Well, maybe we talk, next time, and kind of focused. And I noticed all of a sudden I was getting numbers, and I wasn't even trying. I thought, what the hell's going on? Her mating system is wired to be attracted to a man who has focus, who is focused on something. Another one is a hobby that he really loves. So you have a career, you have a business, you have a hobby, and it's taking your focus instead of just totally focused. Because when you focus totally on her, game over. She's got to try to pull your focus onto her. If she's doing that, that's going to be a healthy, lasting marriage and relationship. And she's going to continually be excited. When a woman is working for your attention, it makes her happy. It's an instinctual caveman, cavewoman thing, okay? Here's a couple pieces. So number 1, ignore is your power. I'll explain that more in depth in the course. Here's another one I got from negotiation. The willingness to walk away and the willingness to call her on her shit. I can't tell you how many times I've seen on dating sites, I'm looking for a guy who knows how to call me on my shit. So when she gets out of line, if she's being rude or disrespectful, it's a test. She's trying to see if you have self-respect, self-esteem. So if she could cross your boundaries and step on your toes, so to speak, and be disrespectful and rude, if you don't call her on her shit and push her off, I don't mean physically, but verbally, she's going to be like, oh, God, another pushover. God, when am I going to find a man who could stand his ground? Because a man, if you could stand your ground with her, that means you could stand your ground in the real world and you can thrive and succeed in life. If you can't hold your boundary, you're screwed. She's going to lose interest in you, okay? So the willingness to walk away. Most guys are just like trying to impress her and sell themselves like a salesman. Oh, I'm this and I'm 6'2" and I've got a Porsche and I've got a Corvette and I make this much money and I went to this college, I got a master's degree, blah, 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 blah. It's like, stop. Don't do that. You've got to look at her like, who are you? I'm kind of busy. Like, why are you interrupting me? You have to be the man. She has to be the woman. It is instinctual. It's hardwired into all of us. And that's what will make her like you, okay? So she should be asking you questions. She should be trying to impress you with her. Oh, I sew, I stitch, I got a master's degree. I don't know, I'm a plumber. She should be doing that to you. That's how you win at this game, okay? And the other thing is have the willingness to walk away. Again, it comes back to self-esteem and self-respect. If a woman is being disrespectful and she can sense that, wow, this guy isn't trying to sell himself. She'll feel it if you're kind of leaning back and leaning away and like, okay, and you're closed off. She'll be like, whoa, this guy, he has a willingness to walk away, which again gives you more power. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. I will teach you in depth all of these pieces I introduced you in this segment right here in the course. You will have this down complete and mastered before you finish the course. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Get in here, take the course. if you haven't bought my book, Crack the Female Code, that is a separate segment. That is not the course, okay? I found out a lot of guys are so impressed by that book. They're like, wow, your course is awesome. I'm like, that's not the course. That's just the book. When you take the course, it will change everything, okay? Again, that's Crack the Female Code at crackthefemalecode.com. Again, I highly recommend the package. Okay, the book is on sale for 25 bucks, normally 60 bucks. I've got a package with Crack the Female Code, the bonus, Get the Girl, Keep the Girl, and Sex Signals, and I throw in a 1-hour session with me, either in person or on the phone, all for 45 bucks. That's over 200, I think it's 35 or 45 bucks, all for 45 bucks. Go to crackthefemalecode.com now. I'll see you soon, and thank you for watching, and remember, subscribe.